Signaling is a key part of crane operation. What does it take to be a signaler? What should you do if you're required to give signals? The following session will help you to understand when a signaler is required, where a signaler should be positioned, and the signals to use. First of all, a signaler shall be a competent worker and shall not perform other work while acting as a signaler. A signaler is required whenever the operator does not have a clear view of the path of travel of any part of the crane or load. Whenever the operator cannot see the load or the landing area. Whenever the operator is far enough away from the load to make judgment of distance difficult. Or whenever the equipment is positioned near an energized overhead power line and it is possible for a part of the equipment or its load to encroach upon the specified minimum distance. The signaler must have a clear view of the equipment, stand in full view of the operator, and have an unobstructed view of the intended path of travel. The signaler must be clear of the intended path of travel. There must be only one signaler giving directions to the operator. To ensure accurate communication during hoisting operations, an internationally recognized system of hand signals has been developed. Operators and signalers must confirm signals they will use before making the lift. It is also very important to communicate your intentions regarding movement and placement of the load, so the operator can ensure the crane is positioned and configured to handle the entire lift operation safely. Remember, signals that cause the load to move away from the crane will reduce the crane's capacity. Also, signals to swing the load left or right, for example, swinging the boom from over the back of the crane to over the side, may place the crane in a quadrant of reduced capacity. The following segment demonstrates the hand signals from the operator's point of view and the corresponding response of the crane. It's common for larger cranes who have two hoist lines, one for heavy lifts called the main hoist line, and one for light, high-speed lifts called the whip line. Before hoisting operations begin, you may need to signal to the operator which line you intend to use. To use the whip line, tap your elbow with one hand. Or, to use the main hoist line, tap your hand on your head. Once the operator is clear on which line to use, you can then use regular signals for the rest of the job. Load up. Load down. Load up slowly. Load down slowly. Boom up. Boom down. Boom up slowly. Boom down slowly. Boom up, load down. This signal has the effect of moving the load toward the crane. while keeping the load at the same elevation. Boom down, load up. This signal has the effect of moving the load away from the crane while keeping the load at the same elevation. Everything slowly. This signal is used mainly when positioning of the load is critical and movement of the load should be as slow as possible. Travel machine towards signaler. Travel machine and turn right. The machine turns in the direction of the raised arm. Travel machine and turn left. Shorten hydraulic boom. Extend hydraulic boom. Swing load. Open clam. Close clam. Stop. Dog everything. On this signal, the operator should place all control levers in neutral, disconnect the master clutch, and set all brakes and locking devices. Remember, a signaler is required whenever the operator does not have a clear view of the path of travel of any part of the crane or load, whenever the operator cannot see the load or landing area, whenever the operator is far enough away from the load to make judgment of distance difficult, or whenever the equipment is positioned near an energized overhead power line. Operator and signaler must confirm signals they will use before making lifts and communicate intentions regarding movement and placement of the load. Signalers, make sure you know your signals. Operators should never respond to an unclear signal. The signaler must stand in full view of the operator and have a clear view of the equipment, the load, and its path of travel. The signaler must be clear of path of travel. There must be only one signaler giving directions to the operator. And now, let's take one more look at each of the international hand signals. You should now be familiar with the duties of a signaler, including when a signaler is required, where a signaler should be positioned, and proper use of the international hand signals. For further information and resources, contact your Construction Safety Association of Ontario.